ever wondered why there are so few Black-owned luxury handbag houses operating at the highest level? Especially when Black culture has influenced so much of fashion, music, and art and global style for decades. And I think the answer is deeper than most people realize. Because to understand luxury today, you have to understand how the modern luxury industry was built. So before the 1980s, many of the great fashion houses were still closely tied to the original designer or family. Luxury was smaller then, more personal, and more regional, more connected to the artist, the atelier, and the craftsmanship itself. So when you bought something, you often felt closer to the person, to the work. But in the late 1980s, and especially throughout the 1990s, everything began consolidating. The large luxury conglomerates started acquiring these fashion houses one by one, and from a business perspective, it made sense. Centralized distribution, global marketing power, manufacturing, leverage, retail expansion, shareholder growth. Luxury became scalable, and many of those companies became incredibly successful at creating an aspirational identity on the global level. But naturally, when something scales globally, it also becomes more standardized. Broader appeal, broader positioning, broader trends, and over time, the relationship between artist and client becomes more distant. Today, most women don't actually have a relationship with the person creating what they carry. They have a relationship with the sales associate, a storefront, or a marketing campaign. And there's a difference because when something is still close to the artist, you can feel it. You can feel the intention, the restraint, the point of view. Now, at the same time all of this consolidation was happening, many Black designers simply did not have the equal access to infrastructure required to build and preserve independent luxury houses at scale. Access to capital, manufacturing, distribution, editorial relationships, all of that, and long-term institutional support. And all that matters because luxury is not built in one season. Luxury houses are built over generations. That's why ownership matters so much to me personally. I'm Liselle Kiss. My handbags sold out in my first season at Bergdorf Goodman, Bloomingdale's, and Nordstrom. And one thing I'm deeply proud of is that I still have 100% ownership of this house, which means my perspective stays intact. I am not being directed by a corporate trend forecast. I'm not designing for quarterly market pressure. I'm not creating for mass appeal. The women carrying my work are experiencing my actual point of view as an artist. And I think more women are craving that now, because many women who truly love luxury handbags are starting to experience what I call luxury fatigue. They walk into rooms and they see the same handbag over and over again, the same logos, the same conglomerate handbag, same underlining system. And women with taste actually notice this first, the same way an art collector notices when something feels overexposed versus discovering a piece before the rest of the room catches up. That instinct does matter, because I don't believe the future of luxury belongs only to the largest conglomerates. I think there's also room for houses that are smaller, closer to the artist, more intentional, more personal, especially houses built from perspectives the luxury industry historically left out. And for some women, there's something meaningful about supporting a house early. But while the story is still being written, I think of that as a founding patron position, the woman who recognizes something before the consensus forms around it. The same way serious collectors often discover artists early before the wider market catches up. Because the most important cultural houses rarely began as institutions. They began with a vision, and at a certain level, it's not just about carrying a luxury handbag. It's about understanding the hands, the history, the ownership, and the point of view behind what you're carrying.